Hey, welcome to today's English lesson. Now, in this lesson, I am going to teach you real life English words. English words that if you start using them right now, you will sound like me, a native English speaker. Are you ready? Well then, I'm teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, so I want you to take a look at this image. This is a scene, and I want you to see what's happening here. Now, when I look at this image, the first thing my eye is drawn to is her hat. Another word is beanie. After me, beanie. Excellent. One more time, beanie. Good job. So when I saw that hat on her head, I immediately thought of the word beanie. Now, let me tell you the meaning of this word. A beanie is just a small, close-fitted hat worn on the back of the head. Now, when we look at this image, we can see that her hat is not necessarily on the back of her head, but we still can call this a beanie. When you look online and type beanie, you'll see a hat like this online as well. So again, beanie. Excellent. Now, here's an example sentence. Did you see the man with the beanie on yesterday? Makes sense, right? Did you see the man with the beanie on yesterday? That close-fitted hat? Yes, so you can start sounding like a native English speaker. Now, there are some synonyms, similar words that actually match the word beanie. So you can say cap or fitted hat. Fitted hat. This is something that I heard a lot growing up. I grew up in Maryland, but on the East Coast, like my friends that are from New York, I got my fitted cap on. So again, cap or fitted hat. Again, synonyms for the word beanie. You got it? Now, I want to help you with your pronunciation as well, because pronunciation is very important, all right? So once again, beanie. Very good. Now, if pronunciation is tricky for you or you want to learn even more words, don't forget to download my app, English with Tiffani. It's totally free to download. You can hit the link right in the description. Learn new words, improve your conversation skills, and so much more. So hit the link and get your app right now, English with Tiffani. Now, let's move on to the second thing that I see when I look at this image. So we have beanie, but as I move down, I see something else. I see her shirt that she's wearing, and it looks very comfy. Comfy. After me, comfy. Very good. Last time after me. Comfy. Excellent. Now, this word comfy, it literally just means comfortable. Yeah, it's kind of the shortened version of the word comfortable. Oh, this is a very comfy shirt. To be honest, the shirt that I'm wearing right now is extremely comfy. Very comfortable. Makes sense, right? All right, now I'm saying comfortable fast because you want to sound like a native English speaker. Comfortable. Good. Here we go. Here's the example sentence. They decided to buy the comfy chair. Woo, the chair that they sat in, man, it was so comfortable. It was a comfy chair. You got it, right? Okay, now let me give you some synonyms. Again, I want you to use these words in real life. There are 4 synonyms for the word comfy. The first one is cozy. Good. The second one is cushy. Yes, you can use this word when you're speaking about a comfy blanket. Ooh, this is a nice cushy blanket, right? Next, we have snug. The blanket. Ooh, it was so snug. Snug. And finally, soft. Yes, you know that word, right? Soft. So, 4 synonyms for the word comfy. Cozy, cushy, snug, or soft. You got it? You're learning a lot of real life English words. Now, if we go back to the image, let's see what's the next word that pops into my head. We move just a little bit further down and we see that she's holding something. She's holding a computer. And I immediately think of the word studious. Yes, after me, studious. Excellent. Last time, right here, studious. Great job. Now, this word studious, it literally just means a person that enjoys studying or spends a lot of time studying. Like you. I think you are a very studious individual. You are trying to learn a lot of English words. You enjoy the process. You're enjoying this lesson, right? Yeah. So you are a very studious individual. Now, here's the example sentence. Many people said that the little boy was very studious. Woo, that little boy, oh my goodness. That little boy, he studies so hard. He enjoys learning. He is a very studious little boy. Makes sense? All right, now let's check out some synonyms for this word. All right, so we have 4 synonyms, and I want you to pay close attention to these synonyms. The first one is scholarly. Yeah, there are a lot of L's. La, 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 right? There's a lot of L's in this word. Again, scholarly. Good job. Good job. The second one, academic. Ooh, good. The third synonym, intellectual. Ooh, good. Let's do that again. Intellectual. Ooh, great job. And the fourth synonym, brainy. Good. So again, you understand the word studious. And 4 synonyms are scholarly, academic, intellectual, and brainy. Again, real life words that you can use right now to sound like a native English speaker. So let's move on to the next word. Again, going back to the image, if you're watching this video, now I'm going right back up and wait a minute. Looking at her facial expression, she just seems happy and like a nice person. The word that comes to my mind is pleasant. Yes, again, pleasant. Excellent. Last time, pleasant. Very good. Now, this word pleasant, a word that I actually really like, it just means enjoyable, attractive, friendly, or easy to like. Again, enjoyable, attractive, friendly, or easy to like. So once again, if we look at this image of the woman, she looks like a nice person. She looks attractive. She looks like she would be a very nice individual to have a conversation with, right? She looks very pleasant. So here's the example sentence. He had a pleasant personality. Just super nice, very friendly. A pleasant personality. Makes sense, right? Okay, now let's check out some real life synonyms that you can use for this word. There are 2. Agreeable and enjoyable. Again, agreeable. Hey, everything's okay. Yes, listen. Everything is okay. Very pleasant, agreeable. Second, enjoyable. I love being around that person. I love watching that person. I love looking at their YouTube English videos. Right? Enjoyable, very pleasant. Make sense? All right, you've gotten a lot of words so far, real life words, but there's one more. There's one more that I want us to take a look at. Zooming out of the image, and all of a sudden we see the background. It's quite wide and big. In English, I would say expansive. Yes, again after me. Expansive. Very good. Last time. Expansive. Excellent. Now, this word expansive, it just means covering a large area. Again, covering a large area. So once again, the image, the woman is standing and it looks like it's a cafe, an outdoor cafe, but it looks like there are lots of tables and it goes way back into the background. Expansive. Again, covering a large area. Now here's the example sentence. There was an expansive view from the window. I could see everything. Again, there was an expansive view from the window. Now let's check out some synonyms for this word. Extensive or spacious. Two synonyms. Once again, extensive, good, or spacious. Excellent. All right, so now you've learned these 5 words that can help you sound more like a native English speaker. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and I can't wait to talk to you in the next one. Don't forget to speak English and I'll talk to you next time. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, I said it's story time. All right. This is one of my favorite memories, to be honest. One of my favorite memories from Korea. Now, I lived in Korea for about 10 years, and that time will always hold a special place in my heart. Now, as you know, I am an African American woman. But something else that's very interesting about me is that my hair is natural. That means I don't use any chemicals in my hair at all. It's not permed. Normally, when an African American woman perms her hair, it gets really straight, depending on her hair texture. So my hair, as you can see, if you're watching the video, it's actually curly at the end, right? So my hair is not naturally straight. I'd have to get a perm or add a chemical to make it straight. So my hair is natural, right? I can pull it and move it around. It's natural. Now, because my hair is natural, it is very different from Koreans' hair type. So when I was in South Korea, right? Again, African American woman, natural hair, curly. I could actually have an afro, a short afro. I could do twists like I have right now. I could do many different styles. But one day, I was teaching a class, and this class included little people. They were about, let's say, between the ages of 6 and 8. Very young, cute. I absolutely loved them. Now, on this specific day, I had changed my hairstyle. And my hairstyle was actually exactly like it is right now, in twists. If you're listening to this, I have twists in my hair. Now, the twists looked very different from my students' hair. So when I walked into the classroom, the kids were all talking to each other. Talking to each other. I opened the door and I walked in and everything stopped. Remember, they're between 6 and 8. Many of them did not really know a lot of foreigners. They had not met a lot of foreigners. I was probably the first African American woman they had ever met before, and all of a sudden, my hair was different. And they all just looked at me. Their eyes got really wide, and I could speak Korean at the time, so I knew what they were saying. But in Korean, they were saying, "What happened to her hair? Is that real? What is that?" They were so curious. Now, I was tasked with teaching the children English. But at that moment, I realized English, again, is not just about words. English is also about understanding culture. So I wanted to teach the kids a little bit about my culture, which included my hairstyle. So I walked in class and I asked the teacher, "Hey, is it okay if I teach the kids something about my hair?" Now, the teacher was Korean and she said, "Sure," because she wanted to know as well. So for the next 10 minutes, I literally showed the kids how I did my hair. I would pick up one of my twists and I let the kids come to the front. I undid one of my twists and I let them touch my hair. This is something that normally African American women don't do, as far as letting other people touch their hair, especially in public. Normally that's not okay. You don't just walk up to someone and touch their hair. But remember, they were kids, and I love children, and I knew that they needed to experience what it was like to touch an African American woman's hair to understand the different hair types. So they all got out of their seats. There were about literally 20 of them. Got up, they came to the front, they touched my hair. And instead of being shocked in a way that, oh, this is different, I don't like it, they were intrigued. They were curious. They said, teacher, wow, this is really beautiful. This is so different from mine. I like my hair, but yours is also nice. And in that moment, they experienced something that they would have never experienced if I didn't decide to let them touch my hair. If I hadn't decided to, hey, let me show you what it's like to do someone's hair like this. And I love that memory. I love that situation because they learned a lot about me. They learned a lot about African American women, and they learned that in the world there are many different people. We're not all the same, but we're all beautiful, and we all have unique characteristics. So I'll never forget the time I taught my Korean students how to twist a Black woman's hair. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope to see you in the next lesson.